Welcome to this 30-minute flow. Come to child's pose, breathing deeply through the nose. Reach the arms out for puppy pose. Spread the fingers to establish a connection to the earth. Return to either of these poses at any time for a more restorative practice. Listen to your internal voice. Lift to all fours. Inhale, look to the sky. Exhale, look down and round the spine. Inhale, arch your spine. Exhale, to round and return. Tuck the toes, lift your hips towards the sky for downward facing dog. Yawn, open your body by pedaling out the feet. Spread through the fingers, lengthen the spine and bend the knees if required. Slowly walk the feet to the hands. Hands to shins and inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms towards the sky. Stand and draw the hands to prayer at heart center. Close your eyes and take a few breaths here. Pay gratitude towards something in your life that lifts your spirit, connecting with an intention for your practice today. Open your eyes, release the arms for mountain pose. Inhale, arms to sky. Hands at prayer. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Release hands to the earth or shins and inhale, halfway lift. Step your feet back to a high plank. Gently draw the knees to the earth. Untuck the toes and slowly lower in a supported variation of chaturanga, which you will use until you've built the strength of the advanced variation. Lift into cobra pose. Make your way back to puppy. Remember to return here anytime. Downward dog. Slowly step forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift arms to the sky. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Either do previous supported chaturanga or if experienced, lower slowly to low plank and move into upward facing dog. Downward dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, foot between the hands for a low lunge. Drop the left knee to the ground. Come to fingertips or bring hands to the hips or towards the sky. You can build up into a high lunge. Pick the variation that suits you in this moment. Return hands to frame your right foot and step the right leg back to plank and come through your variation of chaturanga. Making your way back to downward dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky and exhale, low or high lunge. Remember, every day your practice will be unique. Enjoy exploring your options. Breathe. Hands frame left foot. Step back into plank and come through your chaturanga. Sternum forwards. Downward dog. Step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, arms to the sky, and inhale to chair pose. Hands to prayer, and twist to revolved chair, right elbow to left thigh. Open the chest to the sky, massaging your digestive organs. Return to center. Inhale and lengthen the spine and twist left elbow to right thigh. Thumbs at sternum, leading with the heart as you twist deeply, promoting a healthy spine. Exhale and fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float back. Chaturanga, or come to downward dog or child's pose to rest. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, fold the knee to open the hip. Inhale, release the leg, and exhale, warrior one. Ground the back foot to the earth, arms lift toward the sky. Find your focus point. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and breathe. Find warrior two. Arms to shoulder height and look beyond your right hand. Reverse your warrior by turning right palm and arm to the sky, left hand to the thigh. Breathe into the rib cage and feel the expansion. Find your side angle pose by bringing the right forearm to the right leg, left hand to the sky. Extend the arm overhead. Firmly ground into the outer blade of the left foot. With your next inhalation, lift back to reversed warrior. Fluid-like breath, fluid-like movements, windmill arms to the floor. Chaturanga or downward dog. Inhale the left leg, open through the hip, and exhale to step to warrior one. Find a comfortable gaze and breathe. Warrior two. Look beyond your left hand. Firm feet and legs. Take a few breaths. Reverse your warrior. Bending deep into the front leg, contracting the right side. We'll open further into the left side. Side angle pose with right hand to the sky. Or extend overhead and breathe. Inhale, lift back up to reversed warrior. Find your flow. Windmill, both arms to the floor. From your left leg, return to chaturanga or downward dog. Breathe and notice how you're feeling in this moment. Step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale, lift the arms to chair pose. Revolved chair. Bring your hands to prayer. Right elbow to left thigh. Twist the chest to the left side of you. Step your right leg back to a high lunge, still in the twist, and breathe. Hands remain at prayer as you square off the hips and release the twist in high lunge. Warrior three. Weight forwards into the front leg. Step your right foot off the mat and reach the arms out. Square off the hips to create a T shape with your body. Half moon pose, left hand to the earth and right hand high. Put a micro bend in the left knee and raise the right leg. Open your heart and take a leap of faith as you step back to warrior two. Return to high lunge. Hands at prayer. Right elbow to left thigh for revolved side angle. Weight forwards and step up to revolved chair. Take one last deep breath here. Release into a forward fold. Interlace the fingers behind you. Bend the knees, chest to thighs. Relax the neck. Lift the arms away and enjoy this shoulder release. Safely release the arms. Bend the knees. Chair pose. Hands to prayer, revolved chair, left elbow to the right thigh. Slowly take your weight into your right leg and step your left leg back to a high lunge. And breathe. Square off the hips, release the twist in a high lunge. Inhale, warrior three, weight into front leg, gaze forwards. Lift and engage the left leg. Half moon. Right hand to earth and left hand high. Micro bend right knee. Raise left leg and beam open your heart. And slowly step back to warrior two. Return to high lunge, hands at prayer, left elbow, right thigh, revolved side angle pose. Bring your weight forwards and step up to revolved chair. Release and fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, or come straight back to downward dog. Coming into a squat. Bring your hands to prayer and feel free to stay here. If you would like to add some heat, come to crane pose. Return to squat whenever you are ready. Firm hands to the ground. Lift the hips. Bend elbows, gaze forwards, and start to lean forwards into the arms with core activated. Option to lift legs to triceps. Perhaps the feet come off the floor. Return back to squat. Ground the feet and legs and stand. Mountain pose. Tree pose. Engage your supporting left leg and draw the right foot to your foot, calf or thigh. Hands to prayer or sky. And choose a focus point in front of you to still your mind and your tree. To release, return the arms, step the foot back down and come straight to the other side. Grounding the opposite foot this time. Our tree pose keeps us grounded to our roots, but reaching high to the sky for higher purpose. Deep flowing breaths, fine-tuning our concentration. Return to mountain pose and open the arms. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float back. Chaturanga or downward dog. Step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms to the sky, and exhale, fold forwards. Step your left leg back and ground your left hand to the earth, right hand to the sky. Twist the chest open and breathe. Reach your right hand behind you. Roll to blade of right foot for revolved lizard. Both feet facing right side. Modified side plank. Draw the hand to the hip and step right foot back. Lift the hips. You have the option from here to lift a full side plank. Ground the fingers, lift the hips, activate through the core. Release to chaturanga or rest in downward dog or child's pose. Take a twist in downward dog by reaching your left arm to anywhere on your right leg. Keep the heels pressing into the earth and open through the chest for a beautiful release into the shoulder. Release and step or float forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Step your right leg back. Ground your right hand to the earth, lifting your left hand to the sky. Enjoy the twist. Reach the left hand behind you and roll on to blade of right foot. Feet face left, revolved lizard. Hand to hip, modified side plank. Step the left foot back, lift the hips. Option to lift into full side plank. Core strong. Breathe. Release to chaturanga, or come back to rest in downward dog or child's pose. Twist in downward dog and reach your right arm to your left leg. Heels pressing open through the chest, and keep breathing. Release and step or float forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky, and exhale, mountain pose. Breathe and ground. Hand to foot pose. Bring left hand to the hip and lift your right knee. Reach your right hand to the knee or foot, and perhaps lengthen the leg to your degree today. Revolved hand to foot. Simply swap the hands and reach the right hand to your sacrum or behind you. This balancing twist massages the organs. Rest in mountain pose between rounds. Right hand to the hip, reach your left hand to the knee or foot. Stay here or lengthen the leg. Square off the shoulders and draw the left hip in line with the right. Revolve. Simply swap the hands and reach the left hand to your sacrum or behind you. Return to mountain pose. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float back to chaturanga or downward dog. Inhale, forwards to plank, and slowly make your way to the earth for locust pose. Reach your arms in front of you, and to build heat, lift the legs. Engage the back equally to the core and draw the sternum forwards. Hold for a few breaths, and then rest your right ear on the mat. Arms by your side, allowing your feet to roll away from one another. Either repeat locust pose or come into bow pose by folding both legs and reaching for the tops of the feet with the hands. Push the feet into the hands, lift the sternum, breathe deeply and gaze ahead or above. Exit left ear to the mat. Surrender. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Bring your hands beneath the shoulders, draw yourself back to puppy pose. And come to downward dog to prepare for pigeon pose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, fold to open the hip. Inhale, right knee to right wrist. Foot flexed. Exhale, settle. Inhale, lift the spine long. And exhale, fold forwards. Either resting on the hands, forearms, or floor. Pigeon is a beautiful hip opener and a perfect posture to delve deep into yourself as you discover what it feels like to just be. Be here in the moment where life truly exists. Return the hands. Inhale, lengthen. Return to downward dog by lifting the right leg high to the sky, and exhale, return. Feel free to flush that out with the chaturanga or stay here and pedal out the feet. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, open the hip. Inhale, left knee to left wrist. Exhale and settle. Inhale, fingers to earth, lift the spine long, and exhale forwards, either resting on the hands, forearms, or floor. Settle into the pose and just observe the breath, sending away thoughts like passing clouds, making way for this inward practice. Return to downward dog by lifting the left leg back to the sky and drawing it back down. Stay here and pedal out the feet, or feel free to come through your very last chaturanga. Downward dog. Bring your knees to the floor and come to a seat by crossing your ankles and sitting back and lengthening out the legs. Slowly roll down onto your back. Prepare for gentle bridge pose. Palms face down, bend at the knees. Inhale to lift the hips into a bridge position. You can interlace the fingers and draw the shoulders toward one another and lift the sternum for further opening. A few breaths here. Option to add on and move into full wheel pose if it's in your practice. Bend the elbows and bring the hands to the back of the shoulders. Firm feet and hands. Lift the hips as you engage the legs and arms. Breathe deep into the belly and feel the expansion. Protect the neck and tuck the chin to the chest as you return gently. Upon exiting, bring the feet mat width apart. Allow the knees to roll in and release the wrists. Draw the entire spine toward the earth. Rest and restore. Inversions. Either lift the legs towards the sky and stay here. Otherwise, come to supported shoulder stand by supporting your back with the hands and lifting the legs. A few breaths here. Remember to release slowly and exit at any time that suits you. Feel free to add on with counter poses like plow and knees to ears by drawing the knees toward the face or feet to the floor. Support your spine unless the feet connect to the earth. Exit via knees to ears. In your own time, release back to the earth. Slowly rolling back onto your mat. Take a spine twist by bending the knees and bringing them to the left side of you. Release your arms out wide and gaze to the sky or to the left, starting to cool down. Inhale to release the gaze. Repeat on the opposite side by engaging the core first and folding the knees to the right. Gaze either to the sky or to the left. Return the legs out long and lay down for Shavasana, our meditation practice. Remember that it is just that, a practice. A practice where we train our brain to quieten, but it takes dedication. Turn the palms to face the sky and roll the feet away from you, surrendering into the hips and to the will of life. Monitor your breathing and let it guide you to a sacred space, somewhere between wake and sleep, where we connect with our higher truth. Inhale deeply through the nose and exhale out of the nose. Keep this rhythmic breathing flowing and scan your entire body for remaining tension. And use the breath to breathe it away paving the way for stillness. And here, in this sheer silence, just be.